Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Antonio Zamora, who's dating 22 years. Today, indeed, is a wonderful day. And is actually camouflaged by the bricks and glass. It's not the walls, the ceiling, the artwork inside, but it's the generation after generation of students who have passed through the Black Cultural Center and experienced the wonderful programs and activities the center has to offer. The opening of the new BCC is a long-awaited and much welcome dream come true. The new center stands as a symbol of pride, acceptance, and accomplishment to the African American community. The BCC has been open since June and has been appreciated by all who use it. Students who entered through the portal have expressed pride and exhilaration with the beauty of our new edifice. The opening of the center signifies growth and new possibilities. The BCC will serve as a daily reminder to all students, especially our African American students, that we have come of age in all aspects. The new BCC has been designed not only to serve the present, but to also serve in the future by providing both space and technology for our students. I want to extend a special thank you to the many people who have contributed to make this project possible, and that includes many of you here this morning. Members of the Board of Trustees, Vice Presidents, President Beering, elected officials, faculty, staff, our students, and our corporate friends. I must pause to give special recognition to our donors who have naming opportunities in the center. These include the Powers family, Mr. and Mrs. Forrest Farmer, Mr. and Mrs. Willis Wyman, Dr. and C.L. Brown, Blaine Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Sylvester Mack, and Mr. and Mrs. Cheryl White Mason, along with IBM Corporation, Ford Motor Company, Subaru Isuzu, State Farm, Bank One, and Eli Lilly Foundation. Asked for and more. He created a wonderful wedding of form and function and design that respects and invokes the spirit of African American architecture. Later in the program, you will sample some of the work of our student performing arts ensembles. The BCC ensembles will stun you with their artistic creativity and talent. The ensembles celebrate Black culture through drama, dance, choral music, and poetry. The BCC promotes cultural pride, unity, and empowerment. Our art collection is an affirmation of African American architecture. The BCC is immersed in cultural artistry and filled with character and historical pride. As the collection and our audiences grew, so did the need for a new Black Cultural Center facility. Today, we begin a new era in advancing the vision. We have undergone a metamorphosis from a residential unit constructed in 1905 to a new state-of-the-art facility. The BCC will continue to further its goals to educate and inspire all people. I have one of the best jobs at Purdue University as director of the BCC, and I assure you that my ambition as director is to make this the best Black cultural center in the nation by providing dynamic programs that stimulate the mind and performing artists which explore the diversity within our culture. Even better, we will do the things we do well, and we will focus on doing even better. The things we do well, we will continue to do well, and we will do even better, and we will focus on putting more emphasis on the other areas to underscore our strengths. The BCC is in an ideal position to forge new paths, reshape its future, and become a better model of cultural excellence for other cultural centers nationwide. Tracy Jackson, the student coordinator of Baraka Writers.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. This poem is titled New Beginnings. As life proceeds, whether we account for every moment that we have missed, a new beginning doesn't mean forgetting our past. It simply means using our paved roads to see this. To see that the minority will never be the majority, and sometimes the poverty is considered less than the wealthy. To us by society, instead we are here to utilize our means to make things better. We take pride in our history to figure out exactly where we need to go. We take our right hand, we reach back to pull up the less fortunate, and we show them this new road. This new beginning can only happen if we all smile at the sight of one another.
Jasmine Burnett, who is a junior majoring in public relations and African American studies. Jasmine serves as the president of the Purdue University Black Student Union. And following Jasmine's remarks, Vivica Fairbanks Henderson, president of the Black Alumni Organization and alumnus of Purdue University, will share her remarks.
Good morning. Good morning. On behalf of the student body, I would like to express my sincere thanks for the opportunity to be a part in the dedication ceremony of the Black Cultural Center. How can we, as students, benefit from the Black Cultural Center? I'm quite sure that students have asked themselves this particular question, and the answer will be different for everyone. When we expect to gain something from the privilege of being able to visit a center that celebrates our culture, we find ourselves searching for something that will make us whole, as well as provide a learning experience. Learning then ties into growth. The Black Cultural Center is a place that fosters the growth of students, providing a home away from home, which positively enhances the difficult experience of being a minority student on this campus. And I am sure that we all would agree that our most memorable experiences have been made at the Black Cultural Center. When you enter the center, you are greeted with a warm, welcoming smile. And after a hard day on campus, that may be just what you need to get you through the remainder of the day. In the classroom, but also experienced through the utilization of the numerous resources in the library. This knowledge assures us of our existence as African Americans on this campus. The cultural and artistic outlets in the center are available through the performance arts ensembles. The ensembles embody the African American spirit through the expression of mind, body, and song.
Good morning.
Occasion. The new BCC is simultaneously a culmination and beginning, both an apex and a genesis of the Black experience at Purdue. For those who remember when there was no such thing as a BCC, for those who used to meet in the corner of the sweet shop before there was a BCC, for those who carried bricks and had the passion to fight for a BCC, for those who used the BCC.
Some of the alumni have had tears in their eyes when they entered the building. Who would imagine that such a masterpiece would be the new Purdue Black Cultural Center? All of us owe a debt of gratitude to the individual and corporate donors, many of whom are here today, who made the decision to have a lasting impact on the past and future generations of Black alumni. In addition, we owe thanks to Dr. Beering and the university for making the commitment to turn a dream into reality. It means that as Black alumni return to campus throughout the year, they will have a place to call home and a place where they feel like they are part of the family. This Black Cultural Center will become the glue that connects all of Purdue's students, faculty, staff, and alumni, not just Black students and alumni, in ways that we haven't yet dreamed. It can be the catalyst for fostering relationships that may not have otherwise occurred, for sharing ideas that may have gone left unsaid, and for opening minds to new possibilities. It will be up to each one of us to take full advantage of the opportunities this new BCC will present. For the Black alumni, this dedication is our opportunity to remember the past and renew our commitment to continue the legacy. Thank you.
It is indeed an honor to invite Marcus
7 with a degree in chemical engineering, long before there was ever an idea of a Black Cultural Center. You know, this is not a first for Purdue. Purdue is the birthplace of the National Society of Black Engineers. NSBE is a prestigious world organization for African American engineering students and graduates. However, today's event, for me, it is both a privilege and an honor as an alum of Purdue and a representative of Ford Motor Company to participate in this historical dedication of the new Purdue Black Cultural Center. As an alum, I cherish this moment because it symbolizes the progress that Purdue has made toward understanding and recognizing the value of diversity. And $115,000 toward the construction of this center. Bill Ford, the chairman of Ford, the grandson of Henry Ford I, he says, "I consider Ford employees to be part of our extended family and our greatest competitive advantage. The more diverse our family is, the greater advantage we have. It's critically important for us to embrace the differences that make us unique and make use of all the talent and experience that is available. Diversity makes us a better company in every sense of the word." I believe that students and alum alike should also cherish this moment because it marks a beginning for the next millennium, where the world will be a better place because of centers like the Purdue Black Cultural Center. I want to thank members of the Fundraising Advisory Committee, Troy Brown, Danielle Clark, Timothy Coleman, Monique Crane, Vivica Fairbanks, Judith Gappa, Tony Harris, Charlene Hayes, Jock or Stephen C. Beering, for having the foresight and the personal courage to drive through the Purdue system the completion of the BCC. On March 30th, 1996, Dr. Beering hosted the advisory committee for lunch at Westwood. He challenged us to match his $1 million grant and to raise $2 million. We learned a lot about the business of fundraising at this luncheon. Fundraising was new to most of us. During the ensuing months, there was controversy amongst Gallatin's 6:9, so let us not give up doing what is fine, for in due season we shall reap if we do not tire out. Don't let me leave you with the thought that our work is completed. It is not. There is much more work to be done after today by all of us to provide financial support and other support to ensure the ongoing success of the BCC. One last comment. Dr. Baring's behind-the-scenes support was critical in the success we have here today. It is one thing when you do something that is politically correct, but quite another when you do the right thing. Again, thank you for your leadership, Dr. Baring.
I am pleased to introduce our champion of diversity here at Purdue University, Dr. Stephen C. Beering.
Today represents not just a milestone for Purdue University, but it's really a high moment. Our spirits are soaring, and we're recognizing not just where we came from, but where we have yet to go. Some of the speakers on the platform have already mentioned the circle, the new beginnings, the symbols of permanence. Life indeed is a circular affair. There are no endings, just a series of new beginnings. And this new center captures the history, recalls our noble heritage, displays in a visible fashion the spirit of unity and diversity, and gives us the opportunity to pursue a bright future with enthusiasm and hope. We are united by our diversity. And what we're all about is people who are dedicated, who are inspired, who have the passion to make a difference, and who are united by singular purpose. We're celebrating here today not just the building, but the concepts that are part of the permanent things of our histories and tradition and of the noblest ideals of Purdue University. Some years ago, I was honored by the King of Togo, who recognized the assistance he had received from Purdue University School of Agriculture and who wanted to give us, in some small way, tokens of their appreciation. There were 3 items that he presented to me that day. One was the ceremonial kente cloth, which is in the first room to the left as you enter the new center. The other was the Ashanti throne, which is in a display case in the conference room. And the third I've kept back to this day, but I'm presenting it to you today because it symbolizes what this entire project is all about. I don't know if many of you have ever seen one of these ceremonial friendship chains. It is carved from a single piece of wood. On one end there's a young woman, on the other a young man, used in Togo and other parts of Africa to sanctify a marriage or to symbolize a contract. The king gave it to me to symbolize the lasting friendship between Purdue University and Togo. And I today want to give it to you, Renee, for proper display among the important memorabilia of this Black Cultural Center, to continue this symbolism, this permanence, this circular event of new beginnings, and the fact that Purdue and the Black Cultural Center, that America and the African American heritage are forever linked in common purpose. Congratulations on this milestone achievement, and may we all enjoy it for many years to come.
Next you will experience the Johari Dance Troupe and the Black Voices of Inspiration.
Look around you, black child. Your creation is everywhere. Though painted, distorted, and given new names, they bear your prints just the same. So sharpen your eyes and tune your ears
7 words. 7 words. 7 words. 7 words to tell a whole story. 7 words. 7 words. 7 words. 7 words to tell a whole story. Chocolate.
funerals in less than 1 minute. But I need to know if y'all are alive. All right, if y'all are alive, everybody knows the difference between alumni and alumni, yes? All right. All alumni in the house say, hey now. Say, hey now. Alumni, make some noise. Let me hear you, alumni. Make some noise. Let me hear you say, ho.
Ho!
Ho, ho.
Ho! Ho!
If you're down with the new BCC, somebody scream. Yeah, check it out. This is for the young and the young at heart. I said Umoja means unity. Put each other, Leo. Self-determination, can't nobody stop me. Ujima is number 3, and it means collective work and responsibility. Ujima, I gotta make that loop for my family. Cooperative economics, put that money in my hands, G. And then there's Leah adding purpose to my life. But without the river, all my creativity is out of sight. So then last but not least, Imani 7, maintaining faith in me. My moms, my pops, my uncles, my aunts, my brother, my sis, my cuz, my crew. Hey! My community and you.
Yeah!
Next up is a tribute to all the black men and women who created organizations that truly celebrate recruitment, retention, and graduation. Next up is the step, no-face version of the Kwanzaa song. Say what? That's right, I said the step, no-face version of the Kwanzaa song. All the elders should remember that character, Step and Fashion. All the young ones should learn how not to. Jahari, y'all ready to kick it? Wild side! Let me get some self-determination now. Waza! And let us show some unity. Waza! Ooh! Mo! Ho! Ja! 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 Ooh! Mo! Ho! Ja! 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 And starting off with purpose now. Waza! Mia Ujima Ujama Kauma. Mia Ujima Ujama Kauma. Mia Ujima Ujama Kauma. Mia Ujima Ujama Kauma.
Yeah!